BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful Sunday. Okay, so there was no morning coffee yesterday, and there was no Tonight Show yesterday. Just to be honest with you, I just needed a freaking break. We had no morning coffee. Then we did a afternoon. We played basketball. I filmed us. Well, I was shooting hoops in the playing basketball in the afternoon, whatever the case is. And then when the Tonight Show came, there was no Tonight Show. To be perfectly honest with you, I was exhausted. I should have only been out there for about an hour. After the actual tape went off, I actually played a couple of games with some people. I didn't film it. I was thinking about filming it, but it was full court, so that's why I didn't film it, because I don't have no way of actually having somebody handle the camera right now in order to be able to film both sides of the court. So therefore we didn't film it. But if I had somebody that could handle the camera, and I also had the apparatus, currently I don't, it's not here, I would have had somebody out there handling it, and we would have filmed the full court. With that being said, let's get into what we're going to be discussing today. If we have any people speaking at the 5 minute mark, we're going to start doing roll call. Let's get right into the conversation we're going to have today. The first thing I want to say is Foolio got snuffed on at a show. I want to say that. We're going to be talking about that. I also want to have a whole discussion about something. I want to say something. First of all, shout out to Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Do not get this confused. Shout out to them. They came to New York City and they worked with some up and coming artists. They were just recently shooting music videos for everybody that don't know. The Dougie B was one of those individuals. I believe he was shooting. Wait, backing up off the statement. Nicki Minaj did a song with Fabio Foreign. He's a big artist. He in no way needed her. But doing a song with her actually helps him, and he's already an incredible artist. So, just, I was talking about the gang thing involving the police. Nicki Minaj and Cardi B came to New York City, and they did music videos with Fabio Foreign and with Dougie B. Now, I just want to remind y'all about something, and this is why I brought this conversation up, and I'm saying shout out to them, but at the same time, I'm saying pay attention to what's being pushed and know what's going on, all right? So, I'm about to put you on the game. Listen, pay attention. Remember when the situation happened revolving around the mayor speaking to the rapper or the rappers or whatever the case was, and then the mayor spoke to them, and then after the mayor spoke to them, then we see Wu members in Brooklyn start getting arrested. And I said, do y'all remember after the meeting, they Fabio Foreign came outside and he spoke with the press. And when he spoke to the press, he pulled Dougie B over there with him like this, and he was basically saying, giving pushback to the idea that drill music is the problem that's is creating some of the problems in the street. So there was pushback. That's what he was creating. Just so we could be clear. No notifications went out today. I did not even get my notification. Shout out to YouTube. If we could hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. What up, Jason Elliott? He says, morning, folks. If we could hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. Listen and pay attention. Right? I put us up on the screen for a little while. We don't be on the screen that much no more because, people got to ruin everything. Shout out to Rule. Don't nobody see them dots Jones. He said salute BB and family Frost. Now listen, pay attention. Do y'all remember when I pointed that out to y'all? This is what I keep trying to say. I don't do what these other dudes do. You understand what I'm saying? One of the main reasons, I'm going to explain to you one of the main reasons why I don't want to get into these beefs. Because people get into these beefs because they have fun beefing. I don't have fun beefing. That's not something that I find humorous. That's not something that I find fun. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if we're going to compete, I want to compete with actual content against content. I don't want to compete you personally attacking me personally attacking you. That's just not the type of time I'm on, because I don't take none of that as jokes. I can't laugh at shit like that. What up, Leon Smith? He says, good morning, Frost and Fame. So, just so you can understand why I don't go back and forth with people. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is this. Fabio Foreign, Dougie B. Fabio Foreign was giving pushback to the idea that street violence is created through drill music. See, this is the problem when people say that's not what it is. And I'm not saying that that is what it is. But you can't tell somebody that something isn't a thing if you aren't also giving them an alternative. You can't say, well, no, that's not true. Okay, so what's true? Oh, I don't know either. Okay, now, we're not doing that. You have to give an alternative or a solution. You understand? So when they just said drill music isn't the problem, so what's the problem? I'm not saying drill music is the problem, by the way. What I am saying is the majority of the people that do drill music are gang members. These also gang members, besides doing the actual drill music, go on social media, argue with one another, and then some of these gang members from opposing gangs get killed by the gang members they just argue with on the internet. These individuals are parts of factions that do drill music. If you're looking from the outside, you're going to assume, because now they're also making music specifically talking about the individuals that were killed, that a music is part of the process. So when these guys came outside and they said drill music has nothing to do with it, they were not being true. Well, that's probably their truth, but they're not correct. So they created pushback, so therefore the city did pushback. So now this is a PR stunt. Do not get this confused. Shout out to Nicki. Shout out to Cardi B. This is a PR stunt, and it's not a gang PR stunt. This is a New York rap PR stunt. Some big rappers and women on top of that they don't even live in New York no more. Came back to New York, made some music, and shot a video with the two artists that was on camera, while one of them gave pushback to the city on what's creating the violence in the streets. That's a really, really bold move. I think that we should applaud those ladies. And I think that you ain't gonna hear nobody else talking about that though. You understand? You ain't gonna hear nobody talking about that unless they heard me say it first. You ain't gonna hear nobody talking about that. Also, we want to extrapolate out in that conversation a little bit later today, because we got to give these women their flowers. And at the same time, is there something else going on? People like to say Atlanta is controlling hip hop, but Atlanta don't have the same type of laws and everything that they have to adhere to, or competition that they have to go up against, like New York City, with all due respect. In Atlanta, a large part of their artists actually get along and work together and promote each other. That's a different energy. You understand? It's a different energy than when you just in an environment where everything is attacking one another. It's a different energy. You know what I'm saying? It's a different energy. They ain't sending out no notifications. Could we please hit that like button? I didn't even get one of my notifications yet. I should get 2 notifications. I ain't get one yet. 2 notifications because I got 2 devices. Not because I have 2 accounts. I have way more than 2 accounts because I have multiple BBN pages. Some of them aren't currently in use. With that being said, what's the last thing I want to talk about? Foolio. I mentioned Foolio. I mentioned the girls with the video. Oh, before we get off the thing with the video. And notice, Dougie B got into a shootout the day after all of this shit happened. Notice that happened. The Dougie B shot a video with Cardi B. The very next day, he got to go to court. When he go to court, they get into a shootout with some niggas outside. Shout out to the All the D Glass. He says, "Good morning, family. Happy Sunday. All of the happinesses for the Sundays going on." Also, shout out to Team Moto Productions as they present a night of laughter with the legendary queen of comedy, Monique. And guess this, it's not just gonna be her friends, all on June 18th at the Duke Energy Center for the Performing Arts at Raleigh Memorial Coliseum, Memorial Auditorium. I meant to switch that out with the other graphic that is easier to read, because that is, if y'all give me 1 second, I'm going to switch that out with the other graphic. Give me 1 minute. Nope, wrong one. All right, boom. Let me switch that out with the other graphic real quick. I'm so sorry about that. That graphic right there is just so hard to read. I fixed it, and then I didn't switch it out on this end. Keep trying to tell y'all. Jack is over here doing things. Boom, switch it out. There we go. That's a little bit easier to read, right? Boom, Duke Energy Center for the Performing Arts, Raleigh Memorial Auditorium. Let's go, June 18th. Ticketmaster! All of the Ticketmasters. Make sure you hit Ticketmaster up. Be like, yo, Ticketmaster, I need them tickets because my doctor said I need laughs. With that being said, shout out to Arthur D. Glass. He says, "Good morning, family. Happy Sunday, my brother." So we want to have that discussion also, because I want to talk about that. I don't think we really talked. First of all, for you, a lot of people aren't gonna understand how stupid that was. Like, I think I've heard about one other time somebody did a shooting over there that I could think about. They were caught immediately. One other time that somebody's did a shooting over there that I could think about, and I've lived over there when they built the place. So this is like the second time I've ever heard about somebody doing a shooting in that specific area. And that was before it got the second courthouse. And also, the person that did that shooting, they was by themselves. And there was a situation that transpired, and I think people was jumping them or some shit. So they shot, and then they booked it or whatever. I forgot if they hit somebody or not. But how are you shooting at niggas and you got the numbers? I just want to say this real quick. And this is what I mean by niggas is weirdos. Why did they shoot at people if you got the numbers and you are chasing them? Do you understand what I'm saying? Just so we can be clear. How are you shooting at people if you have the numbers? You have the numbers. It's 5 against 1 or 2. They're running. How are you shooting at them? Somebody explain that shit to me. Put it in the chat. I would love to know how that was a thing. Niggas is like, yo, we got this whole thing sold up. We about to win. Let's kill them. Like, what the fuck? So that whole area that they did that shootout in, you only do violence, you only do crimes like that over there when you don't want to be a free man no more. I don't know a way to say it. I lived over there for a long time. We've done a lot of wild shit over there, but not on that block. If you move 1 block over this way, as long as you don't go up and down 161st Street, if you go 1 block in one direction or 1 block in the other direction, well, 2 blocks if you next to where the new courthouse is. 2 blocks, you fine. If you go 2 blocks uptown, you could go 1 block downtown or 2 blocks uptown. You fine. If you go 3 blocks going down towards going down 161st, you fine. Going down towards going west. I mean going east, you fine. You know, it's just not west because Yankee Stadium is west. You fine. Like these niggas did it in the one spot. You understand what I'm saying? The one spot. That's just, I don't understand this shit. I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to them though. And the last thing on the docket, we still talking about what's on the docket. Oh shit, I ain't put it there. Where did I put it? I put it in the title. And the last thing, Meg Thee Stallion. I want to say something real quick about Meg Thee Stallion, and we're gonna move off of it. Put it in the comments. Any one of these topics that you want to address, put your comments about it in the comment section. I want to say something real quick about this whole Meg Thee Stallion thing. Pay attention. I want to say something. What are we gonna do when we find out that not only she lied, but what are we gonna do about the people that know she lied? Are we gonna be cool with them? I wanted to ask this question because I want to know: are we gonna start holding people accountable that know people are lying? Are we gonna hold them accountable? The people that know somebody is lying and saying, you know what, I'm gonna stay out of this. Are we gonna hold them accountable? Remember what it says. All the world needs for evil to win is for a good man to look the other way. Shout out to Rude. Don't nobody see them Dutch Jones. He says, wilding them up in here, big mansion. They still in the hood. Yep. Wilding. She up in a big mansion. They still in the hood. I think that look, this is what I think happened in regards to make the Stallion and Cardi B situation. I think they're trying to lend some support to New York. New York is hurt right now. The up and coming artist, Fabio Foreign, he's a whole star already, right? The next up and coming artist, right, is Dougie B. He's supposed to be next up and coming, specifically for drill music, specifically, right? So what the fuck is gonna happen? And then who was before him? K Flock, he in jail. Who was before him? Another dude, he got shot in the head. Do you understand what's happening? I don't think people really understand what's happening. So what we need as a community is integration. We need to have more. You want to know how they used to stop wars in olden times, like in the 1600s? You take a person from this royal heritage and you marry them off to somebody else of some royal lineage, and now they have common interests. So then now there's no war. People need to figure out a way to get this shit ended. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I'm not saying marry off artists and shit like that, but I'm saying niggas need to figure out how you're gonna end some of these beefs in the street. And I'm not talking about I'm talking about the beefs in the street. Niggas gotta figure out how you're gonna end some of them. You could be upset at somebody, but you don't have to be trying to kill them. You could be upset at somebody, but you don't gotta be attacking them. It's one thing for me. Imagine somebody is like, yo, imagine you go to the doctor. Imagine when a woman goes to the doctor and the doctor asks her how she broke her arm, but she can't tell the doctor because if she tells the doctor, the husband's gonna then go at her. That's how freaking abuse victims feel. They can't even. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something. I want to mention something. When I was growing up, right, and this is probably why I feel the way that I feel about a lot of shit, right. When I was growing up, I met a lot of women, a lot of girls at this point, obviously, that told me about situations where they were raped. Like a lot. Like it's like a lot. To the point where I didn't even understand why people keep coming out to me with this type of shit. To be honest with you. A lot, like. Chicks I be dating, chicks that was just my friend. I have no idea why. So I noticed an ongoing theme with the people that I knew more intimately rather than the ones that I didn't. The parents that would support, the families that were supportive of them, of what happened and believed them, always gave them extra love. Always. Like, yo, this person is dealing with something. But a majority of the people who was in families where a actual family member was accused, that person's a liar. Never believed them. So what you have to understand is people have to be able to express their perception of a situation in order to be able to explain to you why they see what they see. So when you have these artists that's in the street saying drill music is not the cause of the violence exists without the drill music, they're not wrong. They're 100% right and they are correct for trying to defend their position. But you see, the individuals that benefit from the violence in the street, they're gaslighting people to make them say, we need you to come out and say there is no violence from the drill music because you're doing the drill music and you're experiencing benefits from it, so we need it to go. What they should be doing, in my opinion, is trying to form alliances and allegiances with other artists, quite possibly not the ones that they're currently beefing with, but with other artists just in general, to say we need to end the violence. So now, if I'm saying we need to end the violence with 6 of my homies over here, some of them you might be beefing with, you might be beefing with me, and you over there with 6 of your homies say we got to stop the violence. You beefing with me, you might be beefing. We at least got 2 groups of people that believe that we need to stop the violence. So while we're working on stopping our violence amongst each other, at least our sets don't have violence amongst themselves. Like, this is the type of energy we need to start moving towards. Like, even if you can't befriend your enemy, we need to figure out how to befriend other groups of people, so at least there's no misunderstanding in that area. Now, with that being said, these 2 queens came back to New York City to lend their support to 2 artists that went and got themselves caught up. And I told you they was going to get themselves caught up. Now, what did Dougie B do after that? Dougie B goes to the motherfucking courthouse with some of his friends, and the things that ended up happening was they end up getting into a shootout across the street. First of all, there's a million cameras. I can't stress this enough. In that particular area, there's a million cameras. Where this shit happened that they're talking about, they got every angle. They don't even got them in 4K. They might have got them dudes in a million K. They got they got every angle. I can't stress this enough. With that being said, these dudes wasn't even apprehended by the police. They was apprehended by court officers. That's one I want to let you know. 2, they were then put to the police, gave a whole perp walk, and sent to the actual station where then they're going to get fucking whatever the hell happened, processed, and then I guess brought back. They might have just brought them down the block for all I know. Now, with all of that being said, I want you to pay attention to the most important aspect of all of this. Fabio Foreign and Dougie B just went and spoke to the damn the mayor, and after the mayor, as Fabio Foreign stood there and said violence isn't in hip hop, he grabbed Dougie B and like this next to him to say this. For everybody that don't know, Fabio Wu, Dougie B, I believe he's blood, Dougie B. So he grabbed him next to him. So did you hear the thing that I just said they started trying to do? Now do you understand why Dougie B getting in trouble right now is a problem? You get why Dougie B getting in trouble right now is a problem. He was supposed to go to that courthouse, everything be cool. He walk out, have the media there as he walking out, giving him good press. Yeah, we just went in there, a situation happened, bang, bang. You know, we gonna handle it. It was just, you know what it is? It was some weed. You know, that shit is federally legalized now. For everybody that don't know, they just signed a bill to federally legalize weed. Who told y'all that that was gonna happen? Who told y'all 3 years ago? Hold on. Let's hold on. Shout out to Sebastian Tompkins. He says, good morning, BB and Fam. Jack. Who told y'all 3 years ago? Listen and pay attention. 3 years ago, who told y'all, yo, before the shit in New York, I said, look, they're going to legalize weed federally. I said, they just opened it up in some of these other states to see how they're going to police it. Once they figure out how they're going to police it and how they're going to freaking get their money off of it, they're going to legalize that shit federally. No, they passed the bill. They signed the thing to pass. The shit's going to pass, homie. I'm explaining right now why it's going to pass. I'm saying that they signed a bill. I'm explaining right now why I believe it's going to pass. I've been talking about this for a long time. People been telling me I'm wrong this whole time. And the whole time, everything I say keeps, the things I'm saying keep happening. So, I mean, at what point am I supposed to believe? Like, I know you fuck with me, OGK Network. Don't get it wrong. But at what point am I supposed to think people are just saying the opposite of whatever I say? If I've been saying something for 3 or 4 years consistently. And we've consistently seen everything that I'm saying unfolding. And you're still gonna come in here to point out that the Senate, I get it, that's a factual statement, but it's on the way. And that's what I'm trying to say. What did I tell y'all? When they did whatever I said they're gonna, it was working in a couple of states before it got to New York and California. It went to California, then they opened it up in New York. The main reason why is they want to understand how they're gonna police it, and in addition to that, they want to know how they're gonna get bread off of it. If they're gonna get a big enough cut that it's worth it. They know the shit is still gonna be getting sold illegally. You understand what I'm saying? But the government want to know if they could get a big enough cut. Is it worth it? You understand what I'm saying? Now, Deshaun Washington said weed federally legalized everywhere because I'm in Texas. So you understand what I'm saying? So this is just another thing that I've been telling people was gonna happen for the last couple of years, and it's happening. I just want to just point it out. Sebastian Thompson said, "Yeah, nah, you've been right in a lot of your content you be putting out. I've been watching for 2+ years. You've been dead on point. Appreciate you. I don't know what to tell you. So I'm not asking for validation. I'm just pointing out something that we were previously correct about. Because if I'm wrong about anything, I got to talk about it for 8 days straight, right? People in the chat, yo, Jack, you was wrong about this thing. And I got to talk about it for 8 days straight, right? But when I'm right about something, them same people don't pull up and say, yo, Jack, remember when you said it's happening? Some people only want to say the opposite of whatever you're talking about. These are terrible debaters. Oh, that was a question? You should put a question mark where a question is. I just laughed because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I didn't know what you was talking about, so I didn't want to address the comment. That don't make sense. So I just figured you just made a topic if you get back to whatever you was doing at some point. Right? With that being said, um, so this whole what Dougie B just did, that hurt their whole movement. They hurt their whole movement. I'm gonna explain something that people might not have been noticing. If you've been watching New York City news, I haven't been putting out much New York City news content. I probably need to just start doing a show on New York City content at least once or twice a week. But if you've been paying attention to what's been happening on New York City news, it's been wild in the streets, yo. I think niggas is smoking too much weed, to be honest with you. But it's been wild in the streets, yo. It's been absolutely wild. I'm gonna say something. This gonna be a crazy summer. This summer's gonna be bonkers. This summer's gonna be one of the worst summers ever. I promise you, my dude. They just had a video, a camera of some dude, um, dragging some chick, choking her out unconscious, dragging her in her crib and raping her. This shit is bananas. They got other people just walking up on people and shooting them in the back of the head. This shit is bananas. These are real issues and these are real problems, and it's happening in New York City currently. Just putting you on the game if you ain't know. This was currently going on. They had people. We had like 2 months where people were just pushing other people in the train like crazy, like crazy. You know what I start doing? I stand behind the beam, nigga. If you push me, you gonna push me right into this beam, and then right after, right after I recover from this push, then we gotta have a conversation. Cause fuck all this shit. I stand behind beams when the train comes. I don't even stand away from the platform because somebody could just push you harder. I stand behind the beam. I ain't even fucking with you. I'm dead serious. It's crazy in New York City right now. When the summer comes, it's gonna be bonkers. I wouldn't be surprised if they start trying to lock a lot of these rappers up just for that specific purpose, so they won't be free during the summer. So, because they might think that might make the violence go down. Because the city gotta be knowing that the violence is gonna be going up. Gots to. I mean, how not? You see what these kids is posting on Instagram nowadays is crazy. You know what? I'm even more than forever on the side of Kanye when he says what his daughter posted on the jump off with the emo shit. Look, I'm not here to tell somebody what to do in order to get over some shit that you've been going through. That's not me. But his daughter's like 10 and she lives in the lap of luxury. While people might be looking at it as that's just her playing, what about all the little girls that might watch her that don't live in the lap of luxury? Now they decide to take on all of those negative traits that somebody would have to feel about themselves in order to want to walk around in black all day, every day. Only people that do that is gangsters. I was gonna make a joke, but yeah, gangsters do that shit too. Or just live somewhere where you don't want to have problems too much. Niggas is shooting over colors. I'm just gonna wear black. I ain't got time for that. I'm just saying, think about that for 1 minute. Think about what's really going on. People thinking that he only fighting for his daughter. He might be fighting for your daughter too. That watch her shit. Or some pervert could see her and plot to snatch her up. I don't think they're gonna get their hands on her, but they might see her and plot to snatch up another little girl. Absolutely, a pervert is gonna pervert. That's a fact. They might not be able to get their hands on her, but they might have access to other little girls. This is content I just don't agree with. I'm sorry. This is content I don't agree with. If I had if there was a 10-year-old, or if I was dating a girl and she had a 10-year-old or an 8-year-old or a 9-year-old, I just buy. I'm not even gonna tell you what the hack is, but I just hack the shit out of that shit. Like there's a hack to everything. Niggas just I'm not talking about hacks no more. When I start doing a hack, then I'll talk about it. I'm gonna stop talking about hacks that I'm not doing. But there's a hack to everything. Alright? To every single thing. I'm gonna tell you something. I learned at a real young age. Shout out to my brother Ty for this. For this. See, he was lazy. So he believed in working smarter, not harder. So a lot of shit that he did, I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? But there was a ton of shit that he did. I'm like, that's fucking genius. Like, what in the hell? So what that did was that started making me think there's a way to do it, right? And I started applying what I learned when you do poetry. You got to learn the appropriate rules before you could break them. So instead of doing what he do, just try to figure out how to break the rules. I always try to figure out what the rules are. And so I'm not breaking the rules. I'm just going inside of the rules, and I'm not really being too tricky. I'm just doing something and being creative with my imagination, and quite possibly might be creating something new that other people didn't even think about doing. And if they thought about doing it, it'd be just fine. So that's the way I think personally. You understand what I'm saying? So when I start doing some of these life hacks, I'll start talking about it. But I'm not doing no more life. I'm not talking about no more life hacks. I'm not doing unless I just get caught up in a conversation or some shit like that. With that being said, what else we said we're gonna be talking about today? Yo, Foolio got snuffed on stage. Did anybody hear about that? Y'all know who Foolio is, right? Anybody know who Foolio is? So Foolio is this rapper apparently from Florida. He wear the wicks, when they do that shit with their hair. And I think he a rapper that he came out with. He has this one hit that he took like a song that was like not a rap song and kind of hip hop the bitch and made it like I guess like a I don't know what the fuck you call it. But everybody else started copying off of that and started taking songs that weren't rap songs and then trying to translate them over also. I can't remember if he was the first or the second. I think it's a great idea. When I was a kid, not for nothing, I had started trying to think about writing and translating nursery rhymes actually over into actual hip hop. And can I remember any of them? I mean, this is from like 90, 89, 88, 89. Could I remember any of them? Hickory dickory, you can't get with me. Hold on. I can't remember none right now off the top of my head, but yeah, nah, for real. Like I really was doing this shit though. Shout out to Prince to Amir putting the cash app in the chat. He said, let's slap some haters. You know what? Saloon might be open. Saloon might be open. I'm feeling some good energy. I'm feeling some good energy in the chat, even with the bullshit ass energy that came in here for a minute. I'm feeling some good energy in the chat. Feeling some good energy in the chat. Saloon might be open. I prefer to do the saloon when I'm feeling like in the mood to do the saloon. Because I don't like when we do the saloon and it's not, I'm not making, and I'm not entertaining to myself. I don't like that shit. Because I literally do the saloon because I entertain myself. I'm just happy that you guys like it. Final sober from them gummies from Friday night. Oh, they was okay. Okay, first of all, Regine Carter. Could we just say 10 for 10? 10 out of 10? Could we just say that? Regine Carter, 10 out of 10? Could we just say that? Could we just say that? Could we just say that? Like, I'm not even talking, I'm just talking on the spectrum of looks. Just the spectrum of looks alone. Regine Carter, 10 out of 10. Could we say that? I hate when I'm trying to get something and then got this one app that don't work right, and so since it takes so long, now y'all got mad dead ear. And I don't be trying to do dead ear, but Regine Carter, 10 out of 10. Hold on, 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 hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. People are gonna be like, he's misogynistic bastard. I'm curious. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what y'all guys think. Regine Carter, what you think? I want to know. I got a 10 all the way. Like, not for nothing. Like, I got a 10 all the way. Like, not for nothing. Um, like, all of that extra getting your body done in them BBLs and all that shit is dope, but I'd rather, like, if you got to do anything, the body shape and shit. Because I like the way the natural body look. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just do. I just like the way the natural body look more than I like the BBLs and all that other shit. I ain't gonna be honest with you. Shout out to Regine Carter. If we get a halfway decent sounding realistic post, we'll do more posts like this. If we get some unrealistic posts, I'm not doing it no more. This is a waste of time. That's why I don't be doing posts, because I be like, the posts be too, I be putting up real posts like to have a real like conversation, and it should just be too unrealistic. So I be like, the posts don't mean nothing. So like, so I don't, so that's why I be forgetting about putting posts up. They don't mean nothing. Too many be unrealistic. Maybe I should have gave 3. I should have said like 1 to 3, because I could have did 1 to 3, 3 to 1 to 5, 6 to 10. Nah, that's better. That's good. That's good. All right. Let's get back to the show. Um, so Foolio gets snuffed on stage. He gets snuffed like at some show or some shit. He was like in a strip club or some shit, and then they jumped on the dude and beat the dude's ass. First of all, shout out to them guys for not killing the guy. Also, shout out to those guys for not shooting the guy. We need to stop killing niggas immediately. Look, some people needs killing. Don't get this confused, right? But some people are just stupid. Some people are literally just stupid. You can't say that nowadays, because if you tell the truth, people hate you. Like, some people are just stupid. I heard about Cameron getting shot. I couldn't quantify it, so I'm not 100% sure. Oh, hold on. Will Smith is another thing I wanted to talk about. Will Smith just had one of his Netflix shows canceled. I don't know about Cameron getting shot. I don't know what you're talking about. Will Smith just had a show canceled. He was shot, but he wasn't shot no time recent. He was shot a while back. Did he get shot again? No, he didn't get shot again. He been got shot. Y'all niggas just finding out about that? That shit's old. That's why I'm like, that's why when I heard he got shot, I'm like, what? Well, with Will Smith, there was just a Netflix project that he was a part of that just got dropped. But with full disclosure, it was supposed to be a David Lynch project. For everybody that don't know David Lynch, I think David Lynch did Seven, right? Hold on, Seven Deadly, the one with the Seven Deadly Sins movie, Seven. David Lynch did that, right? Anyway, I'll just tell you some David Lynch movies. How about that? And it's spelled Leitch. If anybody that want to search themselves, David Lynch. I'll just tell you some David Lynch movies real quick so you can get an understanding about who this guy is. Cause him dropping, I like David Lynch. He's a good movie. He makes a lot of good movies that I fucks with. 2014 he did John Wick. He did Atomic Blonde. He did Deadpool 2. He did Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw. He did Nobody. He did Bullet Train. He was uncredited on John Wick apparently, so he probably didn't direct the whole thing. He probably just directed scenes. Um, he was a part of Nobody, but he didn't direct. He was producing it. But he helped produce John Wick. He helped produce Nobody. He helped produce Bullet Train. There's more movies he has too. What the fuck? That's not his only movies. Oh, he also used to do other shit, by the way. I think he started off like a stunt creator, stunt director, or some shit like that. Anyway, he was a part of a Will Smith project on Netflix. He dropped out of it before the Oscars. He dropped out of it like a while back, I think like a month ago or some shit like that. And then they were searching for a new director. Then this shit happened. Now Netflix has decided that they're gonna put it on hold. I don't know if they've canceled it or if they've just postponed it and put it on hold. But right now they can't come out with anything Will Smith. They might be waiting to see what happens at the red table, how the public reacts to it. I want to say something real quick. If she's so sensitive about her bald head, why don't she wear a wig? Is that fair or not fair? Like, can you be sensitive about something, right? Like, let's say I'm sensitive about the burn on my hand, but every time I'm just like I don't know. Should she have just wore like you can wear whatever you want to wear, but I'm saying if I'm sensitive to something, I would like if I think that my hair don't look good, I'm gonna wear a hat. Coincidentally, that's not why I got a hat on. I just got a hat on because I like wearing a hat. But yeah, so I don't know. How do y'all feel about that? Somebody said something about that. I play the audio. I don't know how I feel about that. I want to know how y'all feel about that. Hold on, I'll play the audio. Somebody spoke on it. I'm gonna play some audio. Somebody spoke on this, and I want to know what y'all guys think. I thought it was interesting at the least. I thought it was interesting at the least. I also didn't hear the ending of it. I want to be clear on that. Because if he say some wild shit at the end, then it's gonna be like he just agreeing. And I rarely ever agree with Bill Maher. I'm not a fan of his.
The Oscars with all the buzz was G.I. Jane. Who would have guessed that the movie that comes out of the Oscars with all the buzz was G.I. Jane? And, also, I must say, comparing a woman to Demi Moore looking her hottest is not exactly the worst insult I've ever heard in the world.
Has anybody seen G.I. Jane? Has anybody seen G.I. Jane? If anybody's seen G.I. Jane, can y'all Raise your hand or drop some frost. When Demi Moore made G.I. Jane, she was considered one of the hottest women in Hollywood. This is a factual statement. This is a factual statement. When Demi Moore, listen, when Demi Moore did fucking G.I. Jane, she was considered one of the hottest women in Hollywood. This is a factual statement. Did she win fucking sexiest woman of the year ever? Did Demi Moore ever win People's Sexiest Woman of the Year? Hold on, yes. The shit said again. I just want y'all to understand the shit that just so you get on. This is crazy. Hold on. People's Sexiest Woman list. That's what we'll do. Hold on. Why does other? Just so we can be clear on this shit. Let's put by year, right? Last 20 years. That's only says 10. I want to find this shit because I got a real point over here. The fuck is that shit say back for? No, I don't want cookies. I don't know where your cookies been. I'm getting off of this page. Anyway, she won. I think she won twice. I don't know how to find that shit. Somebody find something for me and send it to me. She won twice. I don't even know if I'm gonna call it a distraction at this point. His whole career is going in the fucking trash. So is this really a distraction or is this really something else going on over here? Demi Moore was, I promise you, rich people problems. I promise you, if I'm dating a woman and you kind of compliment her or imply that she reminds you of a woman when that woman was considered the sexiest woman on the planet by People's Magazine, I'm probably not going to be upset at you. Even if she gets mad, I'm going to be like, yo, babe, you're going to have to eat this one. I don't know, man. Oh, man, I'm just going to be like, really? Do we really got to do this? I might try to talk her out of it for a minute. Because, I mean, is this really? Because I've had a couple of days to think about this shit. This is probably not an insult. What the fuck, yo? This is probably not an insult. People's Magazine, woman of the most beautiful woman, I think twice, to be honest with you.
With all the buzz was G.I. Jane. And, you know, also, I must say, comparing a woman to Demi Moore looking her hottest is not exactly the worst insult I've ever heard in the world. I mean, alopecia. It's not leukemia, okay? Alopecia is when your hair falls out. Appalachia, when your teeth fall out. That's it. There are worse things. And also, I'm supposed to feel bad for Will Smith defending the honor of the woman who was fucking August Alsina. I mean, can I ask about alopecia? Because I must admit, when I saw the thing on TV, then I go to the Vanity Fair party, great party, and then I didn't hear about it till then. That she had, but you don't know she had alopecia. And I had heard this word, but it was vague in my mind what it was. So I went like, oh, well, that's a very different thing. And then I found out what it is, and I'm like, oh, no, it's not that different. I mean, if you are so lucky in life as to have that be your medical problem, just say thanks, God. It's not
Okay,
it's
nobody's
not
coming
life
here for that.
threatening.
Nope, we're not coming here for that. I'm not here for that. See what I'm saying? I didn't hear the end. We're not doing that. We're not doing, oh man, I don't got AIDS. Good thing I got this. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not comparing illnesses. We're not comparing negative things in our life. We're not comparing positive things either. We're going to give people support when they need support. We're going to give people encouragement when they need encouragement. We're not going to tell somebody we're not going to encourage or support them because there's somebody doing worse than them. What kind of shit is that? Pay attention to how they fucking have manipulate you mentally to fall in line with bullshit. And then when somebody come and try to open your eyes up, then, you know, a lot of people that want to try to trick you and keep you in line with bullshit, they have to say the person is crazy. They have to attack the person. They have to make the person do things that seem erratic. You understand? Pay attention to the manipulation. The haters is here. Chalice Fuka, full of kush. Shout out to Prince to Amir dropping the cash app. Chalice full of kush says, high percentage of men suffer from localized alopecia or baldness from some form. Yo, you know there is a line in the actual real Bible that says women that don't women that go against their men, some shit like that, women that go against their men or disobedient women will have their hair fall out. That's in the Bible. Where in the Bible does it say disobedient women hair will fall out? Isaiah 3:17. Isaiah 3:17. Go look for it yourself. I'm looking for the actual quote so I can say it. Okay, in the international version it says, so y'all can see what I'm reading it from. It got a couple of different versions. The international version says, therefore the Lord will bring swords on the head of the women of Zion. The Lord will make their scalps bald. The New Living Translation says, so the Lord will send scabs to her head. The Lord will make beautiful Zion bald. The English version version says, just so y'all can know, I'm not fucking. She says she has alopecia. Tell me why a woman is saying she has alopecia. I'm not even talking about alopecia at this point. I'm literally telling you that the Bible says that people's hair will fall out. I'm not even talking about alopecia right now. However the Lord does is how the Lord does it. Now you're telling me alopecia is a male disease? Then how the fuck does she have it? If that's not the Lord's doing, I don't know what is. You telling me a woman caught a disease that only men catch, and you trying to tell me that's not the Lord's doing? How? Explain that one to me. It's a vibe. It's alopecia is a male pattern baldness. Okay, boom, it's male pattern baldness. Now explain to me how a woman caught it. And it's not, alopecia is not male pattern baldness. You don't know what alopecia is. We know it's not. I keep trying to tell y'all. People just come in the chat and say the opposite of what I'm saying. The fact that I gotta say that so many times is crazy. I'm gonna stop saying that. Anyway, hold on. And I'm not trying to hate on nobody. I'm literally telling you what the Bible says. The English version says, therefore the Lord will strike with a scab the heads of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will lay bare their secret parts. Look, hold on. The Berin Study Bible says, therefore, wait. The Lord will bring swords to the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will make their foreheads bare. The King James Version says, therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. He's gonna make women you don't, when you are disobedient, you lose your hair. That's what this says in the Bible. So somehow you're telling me she caught a disease that only men catch? Well, I'm not, obviously not only men catch the damn disease. That person in here don't know what they're talking about. But the point in which I'm trying to say is she didn't go all the way bald till when? When did she go all the way bald? She had hair just a minute ago. Was that wigs? Were those all wigs she was wearing? Like, I don't know. I'm asking. I was dating this woman once who hair was short, right? And then when I started dating, I started dating her, hair started growing dumb long. You know, listen, shit just stopped growing. I was like, what the fuck? So this shit, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, I'm just saying. And then I was dating this other chick, right? I mean, she was like really a submissive woman, like super submissive. Her hair was long as hell. I'm not even gonna lie. Yo, I have not thought about this shit till right this second. Her hair was long as hell. I am not gonna lie. It says that in the Bible, so people like picking and choosing what they want to talk about in the Bible anyway. Like people say, um, no, Jade is beautiful. There's Jade is beautiful. Nobody, if you're saying Jade is not attractive, you're crazy. We're not doing that. Prince Tourman says, all jokes aside, Jada looks beautiful with a bald head. She knows it. The bald head thing is an obvious smokescreen. Look, Jade is beautiful. We all know that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Nobody is saying Jade is not attractive. You understand what I'm saying? That's another reason why people are probably looking at dude like he's crazy. What up, Team Moto Productions? How you doing this morning? Shout out to Team Moto Productions as they present a night of laughter with the legendary queen of comedy, Monique, and her friends. You get a whole one for like 8 or something. They're gonna be at June 18th at the Duke Energy Center for the Performing Arts in Raleigh Memorial. What is that? Auditorium. Shout out to Team Moto Productions. Got all of the things going on. Believe me, you gonna laugh. Your pants are gonna get soaked. Dollar says Jada always kept a low cut, but I don't even notice the difference. Yeah, look. Once again, he said G.I. Jane joke. When Homegirl was doing G.I. Jane, I think she was winning Sexiest Woman of the Year. So if he equated Jada to the sex, I didn't even think about it like that. He equated Jada to the Sexiest Woman of the Year type status. They had an issue with, if that was 100% real, the issue was with Chris Brown. It wasn't the joke. I already told you that's a recycled joke that they use all the time. They always use that joke at the Oscars all the time. If a woman comes in with a bald head, she gets that joke. This is you could go. That joke's been told before. I think it's been told at the Oscars. I know I've heard it numerous times. I don't think I have fucking deja vu. Not with this. So the joke's been used numerous times. That's why he said it was a G.I. Jane joke. Like, you know I didn't write that. You know, if there's a bald-headed woman or a woman with a bald head in the audience, I'm kind of obligated to make a G.I. You know that already. You know that. It was a G.I. Jane joke. Remember, Will Smith was actually part of the Oscars committee. He knows this. You understand what I'm saying? I told y'all. Pay attention, man. Just pay attention. They'll tell you everything you need to know. Just pay attention. Um, what else we talking about this morning? Put it in the chat. Yes, alopecia is simply when your body fights against the hair follicles. I think that's a closer way to be able to explain it. But people that got alopecia, like they be having no hair. Like there's a basketball player that used to have it. He was just no hair on his whole entire body. So I don't know if she suffers from alopecia or whatever she suffers from. She's saying it's alopecia, but this is the same woman that had freaking Augusta live. I know his name is Augusta living in her crib with her husband for like how many months or years. So I don't know what we want to do with that. I'm just being honest with you. I don't have the slightest idea what we want to do with that. What do we want to do with that? Yes, I want to know what y'all think about. We have a poll going up. Reginae Carter. Hold on, let me show y'all the image I was looking at. I didn't show y'all the image I was looking at. Reginae Carter's just fine, in layman's terms. Reginae Carter's just fine. I'm just saying. I think Reginae Carter's a 10. I'm one of those people that I'm not against the whole body shit. I'm not against the BBLs and nothing like that. I would not date a woman because she got a BBL. That's insane. But I think that I be seeing these regular women with regular bodies, and to me they be fine. Like that's just fine. And as far as I know, no BBL. She might have had some body shaping done, but I'm fine with that. That's just fine. Like that's perfect. What the fuck? What the fuck? Like that's perfect. And she like six, like I'm 6. She's like 5'3", 5'2". That's perfect. Oh, so the dude Yuga says he got alopecia and Will and Jade on some bullshit. I agree. I think he slapped her because I think it's a personal thing. I don't even think it has nothing to do with the joke. I think it's just a personal issue between Jada Pinkett and Will and Jada Pinkett and Chris Rock. I told y'all that. I think Jada just don't like Chris. I think it's personal. Period. The shit is crazy is Chris Rock brothers on stage talking crazy. What'll be funny is if somebody woke up on stage and punched that little skinny nigga in the mouth. Stop talking crazy to people. I was at the fucking courts yesterday. Some weirdo shit happened. I'm not going to play basketball over there no more. I don't know. It's like the second or third time I went over there, and I think some gay niggas was trying to make advances at me. Some little fucking 16-year-old little gay nigga out there trying to make advances at me. I'm not going to that park no more. That shit was crazy. And then when I said something like, yo, what's up with your man? Like, then the nigga did like some wild foul on me. I'm like, nah, I'm not fucking with y'all niggas. This shit made me too angry. Alopecia is not called male. I don't know. I don't care what it's a vibe is talking about. Shout out. Say all the things you want to say. It's a vibe. Everybody read It's a Vibes comment. Make sure that y'all all read It's a Vibes comment. I do not agree with any of It's a Vibes comments. At least I don't know if I agree with them. I'm not going to be reading them. Y'all read It's a Vibes comments. You say you feel like Chris Rock got the drop on Jada. Jada don't like dude. And I think Jada don't like him because of that other comment that he said at the other award show when he said you not invited. I'm pretty sure they also told him to say that joke. I'll let that go through. I'm pretty sure they also. Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all know. People that don't know, the host writes his own jokes. Don't get this confused. Right, him and his team. Like if you're a comedian, for everybody that don't know, most comedians they got a team. Like when you see comedians that all travel together and stuff like that, they're a writing group. You understand what I'm saying? They got a team. So why do you think Adam Sandler friends is always working with him? I'm pretty sure they all have probably some of them, not everyone obviously, but probably a few of them who are also comedians have input on the content in the first place. So they're all making the thing together. So with that being said, so with that being said, so with that being said, Fuck. Somebody said something, comment wasn't showing, and then I remembered to hit the button. And then I just realized something. I think I know why some of y'all comments don't show. I think I know why some of y'all comments don't show. Um, do y'all remember they actually some other media already put that out? Like they've been reposting the clip that Chris Rock said about her. They've been reposting it. Like this they've been reposting it. I don't know what to tell you. They've been reposting it. That's when I was reminded of it. So I didn't just come here and think of any of this shit out of clear air. Like I was reminded it because I saw some media outlet reposting it. No, that was a good bag. That dude follows me around on it on IG too. Every time we see anyone with that name, not Corleone, there's a different. That's not even the real Corleone. That's a fake one. The real one has a R after the O. It's spelled different. You understand what I'm saying? That's not even the real Vito Corleone. Not for nothing. That's a fake Vito Corleone. That's not the real one. It's not even spelled right. That was a good kid. Whenever you see somebody come in here and they look like the name is spelled a little weird and they said talking crazy, it's just they trying to clone somebody else's account. That's why some people just get kicked right off the rip. I don't even be calling it. Anyway, I get tired of calling back, hitting people with bags. We kick too many people out. Like if we kick less people out, like if less people did shit to get kicked, I'd call the bags. But if I call people getting kicked out during our show, I'm gonna call it like 30 times a show. Some shows, I can't do that. So I just gotta kick. That don't make sense. I mean, almost the entirety of the show will be me saying drop bags the whole show. Um, but yeah, other news outlets also posted that. By the way, they said they posted, and that's where I was actually my memory was jogged about that particular situation. So she might, I think she just has a problem with Chris Rock. Ming E. Rivers says Corey Holcomb was talking about it, dissing the ish out of Jada. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Jada's a very liked person in the industry. That's just my opinion. I don't think she's liked. Like whenever you think about it like this, listen. Whenever you have a husband that's as liked as Will Smith, when is the fucking wife ever liked? Even if she's a nice person, when do people ever like the wife? I'll wait. I'll wait. I don't think Will Smith could have married somebody that the rest of us would have thought was good enough for him. Just so we could be clear. The only reason why Jada fits that criteria is because she's amazingly beautiful. And she's always been. So she fits the criteria of we're going to let it slide. But imagine if he would have married an average looking woman with Jada Smith's, everything that comes with Jada Smith. And it was just an average looking woman. Just think about that for a moment. Only reason why we get away with it, only reason why people excuse Jada Smith's behavior in the whole Will Smith situation, for the people that do excuse it, is because she's beautiful. She's always been. And no matter how much we hate her, the average man will be like, yeah, I'll probably hit. And she'll probably just fuck my whole head up. She probably got some wild stuff going on over there. Tell me where to lie at. There's not one straight man probably in America that would not smash Jada Pinkett Smith. Maybe because, racism maybe be the only reason why not. But I think most of them will still do it. Tell me where I'm wrong. She's beautiful. But is there anybody else more toxic? She literally has a show talking about her toxicity. Is there anybody else more toxic than Jada? I don't know what Will Smith did to deserve her, but whew. And I am not getting down on Jada, just so we could be clear. I'm just saying she is a handful, just so we could be clear. Jada's a handful. Um, I think, as always, there's different factions in every field of in the environment, like just like in entertainment. So I'm assuming that Jada Pinkett Smith is, part of a faction. That's why you don't really disrespect people. You don't know who you're talking about. You don't know who's friends, who's with friends. So I'm not trying to go at Jada, just so we can be clear. I'm just saying I think that the problem is between her and her and Chris Rock, and I think she probably told Chris Rock to keep my name out your mouth, and he didn't do it. I just think that Will Smith should have smacked that nigga backstage. I don't think he should have did it on stage. I think you should have just went backstage and then smacked the shit out of that nigga. Prince to Amir says, I feel like the fame is what kept them together. Will getting outcast, maybe the end of their marriage, as he's no longer of any use to her. I think that what's going to happen is the same thing that's happening over here. Most people are just going to call it what it is. It was Jada Pinkett's influence, because we love Will Smith. We love Will Smith, man. Let's not even play with it. We love Will Smith. I remember when Will Smith came out with the song, he had a parent song, and he was getting applauded by all of America for being a rapper that came out with a song saying "Listen to your parents" or some shit. Parents just don't understand. I think it was some shit like that. So she does. She has a whole show talking about her toxicity. Not that she's involved in toxicity. She literally has a show where she talks about her toxicity, talks about the toxic things that she's done to Will. Tell me where to lie at. Tell me where to lie at. You think the crowd who was laughing at the joke with him is who made him do it? Listen to what Del Denton said. Shout out to Del Denton. So Del Denton, I don't know if this is a real account or fake, by the way. So because Del Denton used to be green, so I don't know if this is a real account or fake. So Del Denton, you think the crowd, which was laughing along with Will at the funny joke, is what encouraged him to go hit Chris Rock. The crowd that was laughing at the joke with him, thinking it wasn't that big of a deal, it was just a humorous thing. I think it was the crowd. Okay, it was the crowd. See, that's what you just got to do. Sometimes you just got to tell people that they right, no matter what, no matter how it sounds. You know what? You 100% right, man. That's what happened. That is not what happened. That's what he thinks happened. That shit don't make sense. That's like somebody cheering you, laughing at something, agreeing with you. I don't even know how to say it. That just don't make sense. Yeah, I don't. You've already called him that. We're not gonna read. We're not gonna read. We're not gonna redo that comment. You already called him that. You think the crowd made him do it? you not. We don't. We not. We not. You do no more insults. You do no more insults. Right? You do no more insults, Mr. Real or Fake Dell didn't. You do no more insults. You have to make a lot more intelligent comments. I don't want nobody insulting anyone in my chat again unless you make some intelligent comments. If you can't make intelligent comments in here and sound smart, you don't got the right to insult not near motherfucker. How about that? Damn, some of y'all just do not like Regine Carter. I'm a big fan of Regine Carter. That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like most of my favorite Instagram chicks to watch do not have no BBLs, yo. They don't have no, they might have a little bit of body shaping done or whatever, but most of them actually don't. But this is Regine Carter for everybody that don't know. That shit is organic. I don't know what to tell you. That's how organic look. That's that organic look. I'm not disrespecting the other look. I'm just saying this is that organic look. Shit just look different. I don't know how to explain this shit to y'all. That shit just look different. That's that organic look. I don't think she eats cornbread, but that's what we would have. I don't think she eats actual cornbread. There's no telling what she actually eats, but that's that organic look. Regine deserves an opportunity to just meet me with no haters around and allow me to say a couple of things. Just a couple of things. Just a couple of things. I don't be wanting people to hear what I say. Nah, she fine, fine. Regine is fine, fine. That's why I'm looking at people that saying she's 1 to 5. I'm like, I wish we could have real polls in here. Like, if we could have real polls in here, then we could do an award show. But since we can't have real polls, we can't do award shows. That's one of the main reasons why I started doing the polls in the first place. Like, I wanted to get more integration with you guys, but I wanted to see if we could do real polls. But since we can't do any real polls, I mean, I can't do an award show. I mean, I have to go get a select group of people to be able to do an award show. I mean, I can't like just use our chat. Like, I just can't because you guys, like, come on, man. You got people literally saying she's one between a 1 and a 5. Like, come on, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. You know what a 5 is? Like a high 5. Like a 5 is like that's just disrespectful. I don't know what to tell you. I just think that some people think a 5 actually might look good. A 5 is not looking good. 6 is like average. A regular female's average is 6. I don't know how women average us out. Y'all all do. So this is not me being disrespectful. This is me just being honest. I think a 6 is average. So if you are 1 through 5, you less than average. So I don't think she's less than average. That's just my opinion. So that's why the whole 1 through 5 thing is just y'all niggas is just what it is. What the fuck? So we can't have real polls, but I wish we could though. I wish we could. I wish we could have like talk about rappers or something one day. And I come put a poll in and I jot the poll down, keep the poll. I wish we could, but we can't. Prince to Amir says, Will Smith, let me pick Jada up Monday morning between 8:30 and 10:30. You have no problems from be secret with no entanglements. Nah, man, Jada got that. I'm gonna tell you, Jada is from that same area. Like, what's this chick name? What's this chick name? Oh man, what's this chick name? She a singer. She got Andre 3000 kid, huh? Andre 3000 got a kid. I think she was dating Common Sense at one point. I forgot her name. I actually used to date some chick that people said looked like her when she was young, but I don't think they looked alike. But other people did, so shout out to that shit. Um, I can't remember her name, but it's like every dude she get with that nigga make a full transformation into something better. The shit is retarded. I forgot who her name is though. I can't remember her name right now. She a singer. She sing really good. She did the video where she was walking through the street butt naked. Don't know why I can't remember her name right now. As soon as I remember it, I'm gonna be like, shit, that was it. Tip of my tongue. Erica Badu, thank you. Yeah, I used to what up Major View. Yeah, I used to date this shout out to Shanine. I used to date Shanine, and everybody used to say like, we didn't live in New York, we lived in a small town. They used to like everybody used to think she looked like Erica Badu. I was like, yeah, really? I was like, I don't see it, but shout out to that shit. Shout out to Elusive. Yeah, I didn't see it, but other people saw it. So I don't know. That's probably why I'm single now, because the majority of my life, females always came up to me. So I probably should have married one of them. I wish I would have married Kendra. I think that's way too late now. I gotta think of something else. But I would have married Kendra. I don't think I would have married anybody else. Although there was a couple of people that if I would have married, my life would have been good. It would have been a good. It would have been a win. Maria would have been a win. She was a good woman. I don't know. I think Shanine. I think if I was with Shanine right now, with the type of energy that Shanine gave me, we might be doing incredible things. Like, uh, I don't know. Sometimes I just like talking about the positive things that's happened to me in my life, and a lot of the positive things that happened to me in my life was because of the women that I met in my life. Um, and these are just three women that I just have to applaud, and they were just really big in my development as a person. Yeah. Major View says Erica Badu got that haunted house pussy. I would not smash Erica Badu. I mean, I think it would probably open up my third eye like this. Like my third eye would go wide as shit. She got something going on with her. I'm scared of her. I'm scared of her. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm scared of her, and I'm scared of fucking Jada Pinkett Smith. If I ever see any of them in real life, I don't know if I'd be able to talk. I'm scared of them. I ain't lying to you. I hope they don't be attracted to me because then I won't have no choice but to be in a relationship with them. Because I'm scared of them. And usually when I'm scared of a chick, even if I don't want to date her, I probably end up dating her. I'm scared of them. I'm scared of them. That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want no parts of them. But if I was with Shanine, I'd probably be doing incredible things. Like she was just so encouraging. Like I don't think I've ever been with a female in my life that was so encouraging. Like anything that I thought, anything I want to do, just encouraging, 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 encouraging. Shit was just beautiful. That's the type of person I need in my life right now. Major View says, look at Andre 3 Stacks, yes? And then he don't even want to rap no more. And he's an incredible rapper, but he changed his whole view on life around. I don't know. Maybe that was his view previously. But also, I think he's somewhere happy. Andre 3000 is an introvert like me. We don't like being in the front of everything all day, every day. We just don't like that shit. I'm an introvert. The fact that I do this shit twice a day is big. Y'all niggas don't get it. All the D glasses, I'm definitely scared of Erica too. Yeah, nah. If I see any of them women in real life, I'm gonna be super respectful. I don't want no problems. I'm probably not gonna talk. I'm gonna let them do all the talking. I hope I don't get into an entanglement with one of them because there's no telling where that might go. What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. Whatever y'all want to talk about. What else we talking about? Did we talk about anything about Meg the Stallion yet? Did we talk about Meg the Stallion at all yet? Over here, look at what we got up in here. What was we just talking about? Erica Badu. 3 Stacks. 3 Stacks is one of the nicest rappers too. That nigga don't get enough props. I think 3 Stacks is one of the nicest rappers. But I mean, he's probably on the type of time I'm on. It's more important to be happy. Like there's content I want to create because I just there's just shit that I want to create. But whenever I get to if the Lord blesses me, when the Lord blesses me, to put me in a position where I could just sit back and create content and I got a team, like y'all not gonna see me no more. Like y'all don't understand, you're not gonna see me no more. That's why whenever somebody is trying to push me into an area where it's more visibility, I only want to do different visibility if it's going to cut down on this visibility. So it needs to be something that's going to be a monetary thing for me. So I don't have to do, so I could cut down on this. Because until I could cut down on a Tonight Show and Morning Coffee on a more regular basis, then that's just, I'm not to tell you. Yeah. If I was able to just create content, have a film crew, and we just filming stuff. We got some actors, we got the cameraman, we write scripts, we just doing that. We working. And I don't have to be live as much as this shit. That'll behold me. I mean, I don't mind this shit. Don't get it confused. And I'm not upset that I do it. I'm very appreciative for my position. I'm just saying, I'm really an introvert, and a lot of this shit I don't really be caring for. Like a lot of the arguing and the beefing and stuff like that. Like I don't care for hostility. You know what I'm saying? I was raised in a certain manner that when shit start going left, it's hard for me to bring it back. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want shit to go left. I don't want to get into an argument with you. I don't want to have a misunderstanding with you. So people that try to get that energy out of me, I just try to avoid you forever. I know me. I will 100% take it too far. Absolutely. That's not even a question. And that might be my first move. My first move might be to take it too far. Because I didn't want to play to begin with. Just tell you what it is. My very first move, I did not want to play to begin with. Challenge full of cushions, Erykah Badu and Jada. I welcome the challenge at least one. Both of them. Nah, I'm staying away from both of them. I want to have a happy life. I don't care to be rich. I don't care to do any of those things. I just want to have a happy life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't care to any of. I don't want to be a billionaire. I don't even care to be a millionaire. I just want to have a happy life. Period. I would love for y'all to see some of the ideas that I have and shit like that. But other than that, nah. I just want to have a happy life. That's all. Not more than that. Big Reagan K fan also. This is Reagan K. She's super fine. She fine. Like I keep telling y'all, most of the females I actually look at on Instagram don't even, they don't have BBLs and stuff like that. They just regular sized women. They might did body shaping. A lot of them be doing body shaping, but they don't got all that extra shit. I had a good time yesterday. So I was at the park. For everybody that don't know, I just want to say this. So I was at the park. For everybody that don't know, I had a good fucking time. I really just wish I had kids, like little kids, like, you know, to just do stuff with. Like, you have no idea. I had a good time at the park yesterday. I'm not going to that park again, though, because I don't got time for the bullshit with the other people. But definitely good memories. I had a good time. And pretty faces. I'm big into pretty faces, so I want to look you dead in the eyes. I want to look you dead in the eyes. So I'm 100% here for the pretty faces. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's go to a music video real quick. We don't have too many people signing up for music video runs as of late, but we're gonna run this hit right here. Shout out to Footney Hits Entertainment.
Yeah. 206, yeah, I love my city. Right. Call a couple homies, want y'all come roll with me. Right. Cruising through the city in the 300. Car filled with smoke, cause I blow that dro. Never on the low, I ain't got no tents. Bring a couple Dutches, I don't smoke out of pins. And you ain't hitting this unless you family or friend. Bitch niggas want a trip, though they didn't chip in. I keep a circle small. No offense, but I don't fuck with y'all. So I just proceed to hit gas and breeze through the city, call the town where I lay it down something legal. And we gon' ride out to the west side Seattle, that's where I hide out. Take it back to my house, then we can chill. Set the vibe right, set the vibe right. That's right, now roll up. And we gon' ride out to the west side Seattle, that's where I hide out. Take it back to my house, then we can chill. Set the vibe right, now tell me just how you feel. I feel like Seattle on a sunny day. I wanna go outside and play. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know. I feel like Seattle on a sunny day. I wanna go outside and play. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know.
West side nigga in the S5 fifth. And a flipping cake cause the west side grits. A tap out session, just a lesson from me. We getting tangled in each other, she be wetting my sheets. She always playing games while she messing with me. If a nigga working hard, she caressing my feet. A nigga known to get it, no recession with me. I'm flipping racks and get it back, I'm just a blessing to be. Yeah, out here grinding on a sunny day. Chasing down the racks cause I never make the money wait. I be moving, doing what I'm doing. Never get caught slipping cause I'm tying up the loose ends. Rack after rack, then I see another. Black on black sitting comfortable in peanut butter. Night vision and you see the back seats recline. If we ever talking west side, you can see it's
like Seattle on a sunny day. I I wanna go outside and play. Yeah. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know. I feel like Seattle on a sunny day. I wanna go outside and play. Yeah. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know. Seattle on a sunny day. I wanna go outside and play. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know.
I be on my grind. It be on my mind. That's why I keep that pine. When I'm on that grind. I be on my grind. It be on my mind. That's why I keep that pine. When I'm on that grind.
I get it and go, call that a fast break. Young cash cow and all I eat is steak. The pill game been booming, you fuck boys late. Your whole team ribs touching, you the only one ain't. You hang around some real niggas, you the only one ain't. If I fuck with you, my word good as the bank.
Damn, if I knew 2 days ago what I knew right now, I wouldn't even be in this shit.
Yeah, I needed a second. Shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Those are both his spots. Also, shout out to Team Moto Productions as they present a night of laughter with the legendary queen of comedy, Monique, and her friends, June 18th at the Duke Energy Center for the Performing Arts in Raleigh at the Riley Memorial Auditorium. Pardon me. Pardon me, little bird from Belgium. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Hit the hour and a half mark. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Let's go. Also, what do y'all think about that though? Cardi B and Nicki Minaj came the same weekend, basically. The same week to do a music video in New York City. It kind of seems like that might have been orchestrated. I'm just saying. It seems like it might have been orchestrated. In a good way, by the way. Not in a bad way. Like, sometimes when people be like, yo, they playing that. People be like, yeah, I'm suspicious. No, not in a bad way, in a good way. Sometimes people plan to do shit that's good. I think that was planned. I think that they were trying to do that to show some allegiance, to show some support for the New York drill movement, apparently. Because if you remember, Nicki Minaj spoke out on it. I believe Cardi B might have also, but Nicki Minaj spoke out on it herself. So this might have been a concerted effort for her and her team to stand definitively on one side or the other. Does drill music create violence in the streets or not? When I don't think that's the actual issue on whether it creates violence in the streets or not. The question is actually, does it perpetuate the violence that's in the streets? And I think that's what the same people were saying. KJ from the mob said it was the same exact day. So it sounds to me like this is what was going on. It sounds to me like it was an orchestrated, orchestrated move. So the fact that Dougie B had this shootout the very next day, I'm sorry to say, that means something. Tell me where I'm wrong at. They made a concerted effort to bring positive media attention to the hip-hop community, and, just so we could be specific, fuck did I get up in the damn brushes right there? And just to be specific, the drill movement. And the day after they did all of this good press, there's music videos and everything coming with two of the biggest female artists on the planet in hip hop. One of them gets into a shootout in front of a courthouse, two courthouses by the way, or three because it's two buildings and there's one up the block. What the fuck? Tory Mosey says, I think they're using each other to promote New York rap in their own music while not having to work with each other. Quite possibly. But more importantly, there might be outside forces that just coordinated this. This might not be a situation where Nicki or Cardi is doing it so they can be showing solidarity with one another, but they're showing solidarity to a whole separate entity that orchestrated this on purpose. So they might not have any correspondence with one another, is what I'm saying. They might not be having any communications back and forth, their camps. All of the communication might be with a third or fourth party who are working in conjunction to be able to help this narrative in New York City. And this narrative in New York City, the people that might be helping it might actually be New York City itself. Because don't forget, it is in New York City's best interest if they can get people to stop committing violence behind music. Remember, the music isn't going anywhere. But if we could convince people to stop creating violence behind the music, then we're going to win. The music isn't going anywhere. The music isn't, they're not going to stop making the music. The music is still going to be made. So that's what I think this might have been more than anything else. What do you think? I'm going to end this poll. Y'all do not like Reginae Carter. Thank you. I'm a big fan of hers. I am a big fan of Reginae Carter. I think she's a 10. I think she's an absolute 10. Just so we can be clear. I think she looks beautiful in orange. Oof. Oof. Orange is our color, by the way. So obviously, no, as you don't know, if anybody that don't know, orange is the BBN channel's color. Orange, bro. BBN. New York Knicks colors also. Also the colors of the Bronx flag. So you know. People don't be understanding why I wear so much orange. That's why. It's our channel's colors. It's our Bronx flag colors. Fuck, I'm not trying to buy a flag. There we go. Bronx flag. I went to an event, so my son apparently be wearing orange. So I went to an event. So somebody tried to like do some dirty shit to me, and it was like, "You with my son?" Because I got on orange. And so later on in the day, I end up coming across my son again. It was somebody from his camp. Like, I'm not gonna get into it, but I actually come across my son again, and then we have the conversation, and then I had to explain, no, the Bronx flag is orange. And then you ever say something to somebody and you see them like get it, and they're like, "Oh shit." So sometimes Memphis niggas just got you fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? And it has only to do with them. It don't got nothing to do with you. Well, a majority, Prince to Amir says, funny how hard I lust for Meg, and the industry says he's a jump from with no cord. Well, first of all, a lot of these artists, men and women, have to do a lot of things to make shit happen. I'm just gonna say it at that. And previously, it's been a lot worse, and now it's not as bad as it's been previously. But a lot of artists, just so we can be clear, have to do a lot of questionable things in order to be able to get their careers off the ground and get shit moving. It is what it is. You got a lot of people out there that their ultimate goal isn't. Think about it like this: you have somebody, they're already rich, they have everything that they want in the world, but they want to fuck you. You need them. The money that they're gonna make off of you is cool, but they're gonna make money anyway. But they really want to fuck you. is between you and that girl. I'm just saying, what energy is you gonna have in the situation? It's between you and that girl. They really want to hit it. I was having a conversation with somebody who is not currently a friend apparently anymore. I'm not gonna tell you who it is. It's not important. So I'm chilling at this crib and shit. So he's telling me about some chick that he had, some female that he knew that he was cool with, that he let come stay with her, that he let her come stay with him, and because she ain't had nowhere to stay at the time. And so he was like, he kicked her out because she's obligated to give him some pussy. That's what he said. He was trying to get me to agree on that point. And I said, no. I said, did y'all have disagreement before she came over? Because, like, I'm not really on that time, like, at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all remember the story I told you? I had a friend, a female friend, and she came over and she was staying at my crib. She wanted to stay at my crib and she needed a place to stay one night. And I said, not a problem at all. You could stay. But I had to let her know because we were just friends. Because I'm not doing this, I'm trying to sleep with you thing. We're not doing this, we're going to accidentally sleep and be together. You're not going to tell me how you really feel. We're not doing that. I'm not playing those type of games. I don't know how to play those type of games. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain this to you, but I'm really upfront. Like, all you got to do is tell me what it is, and then we work from there. Like, I'm the type of dude that I understand that I got to chase you or whatever the case is. But if you make it, like, but if you really acting disinterested, I don't know if that's really disinterested. You might be acting disinterested, and then I'm doing all of these things, but you also telling people I'm stalking you or some weirdo shit. So it's like, I don't want those type of vibes. I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me before. Well, fuck it. Should I say it? Nah, fuck it. It's not that important. Well, kind of. Alright, nah, it's not that important. Alright, fuck it. I'll tell you. So there was this chick, right? Um, I don't think it's important. I mean, it kinda is the same thing. Nah, it's not. It's too far. It's too far out the way. I'm not gonna go there. But get back to the whole Meg thing. A lot of times females have to do things to get a win. A lot of times dudes do too. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say what it is. Like, imagine somebody they're gonna get paid anyway. There's a choice between 3 or 4 different artists. They want to fuck one of them. That artist is gonna win just as much as that artist. Don't matter which one you get, because the money that you're gonna put behind them is gonna be the thing that's gonna make them more money. So don't matter which one you choose. What do you do? What do you do as an artist, knowing that that's even a thing? You've been grinding for 6, 7, 8 years, working hard. You got better stuff out than anybody else. You see all these people taking the shortcuts. Like, I don't know how long Meg was grinding. I doubt it was pretty long. She's like, what, 21 now? So something like that. So she just got in the game. She ain't really, like, even if she been grinding 2 years, 3 years, that's not really grinding. Some of these artists be out here grinding 6, 7, 8 years. Y'all just don't be giving the respect that they deserve. When they finally make it, y'all be acting like these dudes is overnight success. A lot of these dudes ain't overnight success. A lot of these dudes been trying to make music since they've been 13, 14 years old, and now they 21, 22. You know what I'm saying? They've been putting music out on the internet since they've been 16. Now they 21, 22. Something finally popping. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of years of a lot of work. And I think that people don't understand that. People don't understand the incredible responsibility, dedication, and energy that it takes to create content. People think that everything is easy because they think that they're funny. A lot of people are not funny. They just think that they are. You're not funny sometimes. You're just cool. Alright? There's a difference. Some people like that cruel shit, so rock with it. But a lot of people ain't funny. They're just cruel. That sucked that just happened. It's just a fact. That's a fact of life. Motherfuckers, that's why I pay attention. Pay attention to the kind of jokes that people try to get you to laugh at. Don't laugh at self-deprecating jokes. Stop doing that. Your body can't tell the difference. You understand what I'm saying? When you make fun of yourself, your body can't tell the difference. So stop laughing at these self-deprecating jokes. You know what I'm saying? Stop laughing at jokes meant to put you down. Hang out with the friends that tell jokes that's meant to lift you up. How about that? Hang out with the friends that try to get you to believe the impossible about yourself. How about that? Stop hanging out with the friends that's always want to keep you in line. Stop hanging out with them. You need to believe the impossible in order to do it and make it possible. How could you make the impossible possible if you believe it's impossible? So first, the belief has to be there. So be mindful of the individuals that you keep around them and what they tell you. Be mindful of the people of how they encourage you. Be mindful of what they encourage you to do. Remember, we got individuals out here that's encouraging people to go out there and, I don't know, shoot people for no reason in crowds when you're aiming at one guy and you're going to shoot 6 or 7 other people and don't even hit your target. We got people encouraging people to do that. We got people encouraging people to just go start fights with individuals because, you know, the big homie, the one that really want to see if the nigga got hands, he too scared to do anything about it. You understand what I'm saying? So, be mindful of the energy that you absorb back into yourself, especially when it's coming from you. Like, I know I slip up a lot. I say a lot of things that I shouldn't say. I got a lot of things I'm personally dealing with. I have people that monitor my channel in hopes that I say anything about my personal life so they can then attack me because I'm not allowed to talk about my personal life. I still do, and they're going to pull up in the chat. That's how come I keep telling you. That's my family. I just want to just point that out because I just can't not point that out. You understand what I'm saying? We're supposed to point out evil. We're supposed to tell people where evil exists. We're supposed to explain what evil is so when we see it in other people's life, you can recognize it. I don't be trying to tell y'all about the evil that these people are doing against me because I'm complaining as much about what I'm going through as I'm trying to tell you there's people in your life that's going through what I'm going through and you don't recognize it. There's people in your life right now that they're asking you for help every day for you to recognize what's going on, but you don't see it because you've already been tricked. And you got to unteach yourself some of the trickings. Stop believing people are crazy all the time. Sometimes people are just telling the fucking truth. Sometimes stop believing niggas when they say somebody is lying. Sometimes niggas is just the only one telling the truth. So when I be having these conversations, I know what it sounds like, but a lot of times I'm hoping that it gets through to somebody and you could go save somebody that's in my situation or a worse situation. Or before the situation gets worse. You understand? Theodore Johnson said it's all good to share your testimony. So that's why I talk about that shit. Because I know how it felt to be somebody that had no voice. I know how that felt. So even if me using my voice now causes me pain, I can't not use it. That would be irresponsible. So even if me using my voice makes the devil come down and descend on me, make Satan come into my life and descend on me, I can't stop. That day I stopped might be that day that person needed to hear was there. That day that I decide not to speak about these things might be the day that the person I needed to hear that specific thing so they could recognize somebody else being treated that way in their life and do something to help that person. That might be the day that they did. So recognize what's happening. We have a responsibility to help others. Even if when we help others, it hurts us. We have a responsibility. We have a responsibility. And it's always God first. I thought that was funny that I pointed out the short hair thing. Right? I'm going to tell you why I thought that was funny. Listen and pay attention. You know how many women have long hair and wear wigs? A lot. You know how many women have long hair and wear wigs? A lot. I used to date Maria. Maria had long hair. And she still wrap her hair up and put some fucking extension shit on her hair all the time. And I used to look at her like, why? Like, you could have literally, your hair was just fine. But who am I to know? You understand what I'm saying? So let me just appreciate it. Like, who the fuck am I to know? Anyway, point being is, yeah, it's stupid long hair. I think I'm gonna start paying attention to that. Like, I've never really paid attention to that because I don't care, and I think chicks with short hair be looking cute, especially if you could pull it off. But that might be something for us men to start paying attention to. Stop paying attention to all of the us out here that got these women that act weird. Pay attention to how long their hair is. That might be something we need to really start paying attention to. I'm laughing and I'm making jokes right now, but I'm starting to think about the women that I had the easiest life with. Nah. Shanine had kept her hair cut short, but I don't know if it grew. It might have been able to grow. She might have just kept it short. But she had short hair. She was great. You know what? This might not have no logic to it, but the Bible says it, so I don't know. Do with it what you want. I guess I could make an argument on both sides, because Shanine was great, but we also broke up. Maria was dope, because Maria would have gave me a kid. I should have stayed with Maria. She was gonna give me a kid. I should have stayed with Maria. She was gonna give me a kid. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Shit's crazy. I don't know what we talking about. Like, I'm not. I'm thinking. I don't know. What do y'all want to talk about? If not, then I guess we're gonna end the live. I don't want to just hold y'all here indefinitely. I basically spoke about what I want to speak about on all the topics that we were gonna discuss. The topics being my point of view or my opinion on Nicki Minaj and Cardi B showing up to do music videos. They say Meg Thee Stallion. I did not put a comma. Boom, comma. I spoke with y'all on the Meg Thee Stallion thing real short. That was going to be small anyway. Dougie B, I spoke with y'all. Foolio, we spoke about. And then we also commented on a couple of other things. So I basically, that's run the gamut of what I had planned. Okay, first of all, we have a lot of words blocked. So I promise you, you're probably writing messages and the word is blocked. And that's why you can't write the message. It has nothing to do with the admin. You see how I keep the shit up on the screen right there? You can literally see who the admin are blocking. So you see the admin are not blocking anyone. So my admin aren't doing anything. You're trying to write a word that is blocked. I'm not unblocking the blocked words that I have. So if that means that the chat don't grow, it is what it is. But as you can see, my admins haven't kicked anybody. Those are all lies. This guy was kicked. This N-word makes shit up as he goes. That person should have been kicked. Look, so what you're saying is inaccurate and not true. You're just trying to, you don't know what's happening and you're just saying what your understanding is. I get that. But what you're saying is inaccurate and not true, and I just scrolled up to show you real quick. Admins haven't been kicking anybody. You're trying to write words that you can't write. That's it. And I'm not unblocking the words. I got my reasons. My peace will come. If my peace has to come before money, it will. So my peace comes before money. So I'm not unblocking the words. Yeah, Prince to admit, they just make up stories on other channels all the time. They just make stuff up and then they come here and then they just say that the shit is true. So that's why I'd be like, I don't know what to tell you. So I don't know what to tell you. They just make stuff up. Half of the time people be upset and angry with me. It be just somebody went and lied to them and they never said nothing to me. And then they talk to me 6-7 months later. And then I show them that the thing was a lie. And then they say, oh, they didn't know. And I'm like, nah, don't worry about it. Just fuck it. If you really fuck with me, then you would have contacted me to find out what was going on. You really didn't fuck with me. You know, like, listen, pay attention. If something happens and it's a positive thing and they don't call you, they fuck with you. Because they expect it. Listen, if something happens and it's a positive thing and that person has something to do with it, or you have something to do with it and a positive thing happened for somebody else, and they don't necessarily call you. I mean, they should call after they do the thing to say thank you. But I mean, before they actually do it, they don't. That just means that they fuck with you. Now, if they think it's something negative and they don't call you, they don't fuck with you. If they think it's something negative, if they fuck with you, they're gonna call you. But if they fuck with you and it's positive, they should expect that you do something positive. Calling you isn't a necessity. Pay attention to how people react. You understand what I'm saying? It's not a necessity. I fuck with you. I expect for good things to happen when your name come up. So I'm not gonna call you every time something good happened until I call you to talk to you and be like, yo, that shit, yo, good looking. You understand what I'm saying? But when something negative is happening and you like, yo, this is some fuck shit, and you think it's some fuck shit, the first thing you're gonna do is call the nigga up to put him on the game. So I think that that's something that we have to understand. How do people really fuck with us? I think that we've been tricked to think that the positive things, that the things that people do, like, you want to know what's a lie? There's people that say, you know, you can tell somebody is lying, they don't look at you. It's not true. I know people that lie and look you dead in your eyes like this on a regular, everyday basis. Look you dead in your eyes. And they're looking you in your eyes to see if you believe the lie. That's why they're looking you in your eyes, by the way. Shout out to Stilo Facts. Salute Jack Frost. That's why they look so. That's not true. I know I've sit there and listen to a nigga lie to another nigga and look them dead in their fucking eyes. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? And then I say something because I'm like, don't lie to this nigga and I'm there. What the fuck is you talking about? For real, for real. Don't lie to the nigga and I'm there. I'm not doing that. I suffer from PTSD. This is something I got to deal with on an every regular day basis. Sometimes it makes me look like I'm totally insane. I suffer from PTSD. It is what it is. I went through a horrific childhood. And every day I have people come into chat and remind me of it. I suffer from PTSD. If you can't understand that, this is not the place for you. Copy? Shout out Rich. He said, salute Frost, morning BBN. That's it. That's it. That's all. I suffer from PTSD. I thought it was obvious. But the people who trigger my episodes want you to think I'm crazy. They don't want to tell you they know that I'm suffering and they're attacking me to cause the suffering. I suffer from PTSD. It is what it is. If you don't want to fuck with me due to that, then it is what it is. If you hate me due to that, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. If you think I'm crazy because I suffer from PTSD, then, you know, fuck it. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. The stories that I tell y'all is true. It's not cap. The shit I be telling y'all is true. It's not cap. Who the fuck could go through the shit that I tell y'all I went through and not have PTSD? In all honesty, in all fairness. So no, I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't want to fight. And if I gotta argue with you, I don't want to deal with you. Nah, I got PTSD, my nigga. For real, for real. I just don't talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? And I just try to deal with it the best way I can. And one of the ways that I deal with it is when I'm having episodes that just go to by myself. When I gotta deal with this shit, I just go isolate. That's the only way I know how to deal with it. So I just go isolate. So while I got friends and family or people that love me that wonder why I don't call them, I'm not calling nobody because I'm going through something. And when I'm going through something, I don't call nobody. So what they do, they think that he only call you when he needs something. No, I'm probably not calling you because I actually do need something. Love and affection and somebody to care about me. But instead of going and bothering anybody, saying, no, I'm sorry for being needy, but, I just really don't feel like nobody care about me. And it'd be nice to hear somebody say something nice about me since I literally lived my whole entire life with people just saying negative things about me. So, people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. It is what it is. I hope you fuck with the content. I hope y'all watch the videos. I suffer from PTSD. I am not crazy at all. There's nothing crazy about me. There's zero crazy things about me. But if you're gonna believe people that molest children that say I'm crazy, if you're gonna believe people that the child molester pays to make bad videos about me, if you're gonna believe those people, then this is why I be lacking faith in God. To be honest with you. Because I'm just gonna be honest with you. That's why I be lacking faith in God. So the evil people just always win. I'm gonna let y'all go. Obviously, I've been on live too long this morning. Um, just go out there and do something good with your life, man. Just fuck it. Just try to do something good with your life. There's people out there that really don't have nobody, and it's not a game and it's not a joke. They really don't got nobody. And the only people that ever come around them is people that want to either manipulate them or eavesdrop on them for other people. Like, nobody talks to me for any other reason damn near, except for the eavesdrop on me or try to manipulate me. So I don't talk to people. And the fucked up thing is I'm not even being paranoid. Like, that's the most fucked up part. I wish I was being paranoid. A YouTube content creator called me the other day. That's probably one of the first conversations I had with somebody that I didn't feel like was trying to eavesdrop on me. And we chopped it up for a minute about a thing. They're like really, really successful, so I don't have to worry about them trying to beef with me. So I took their call. The people who aren't really, really, really successful, I have to be concerned with them wanting to beef with me, so I don't take their calls. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Rome Spomas. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. I just don't think I should say that anymore. And I haven't figured out anything else to say. I just don't feel comfortable going off every day saying certain things. It's just I don't feel it in my heart. I don't feel people care about other people that much. So I just don't feel that. So I don't feel comfortable saying this. So I'm just gonna just start going out. We're not going out with no saying no more. I just think I'm being disingenuous and I'm lying if I say anything alluding to I think people are good. I think the majority of people are just bad people. I think that there are good people out there. And I think the good people are great. Don't get it confused. And that might be why people don't know how many bad people are out there. Because the good people are just really, really good at being good people. I can't say that no more. I don't believe that. I don't believe there's more good people than bad people, I think. I don't believe that. I might never believe that again. I mean, anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. I gotta figure out something else to say as the show go out. I just don't feel comfortable saying that. It just feels like I'm lying. So everybody, just enjoy your day. Try to go do good in the world. For the people who can't do good in the world, I don't know what to tell you. I'm out.